Here's your water, man.
Thank you.
Get your name real quick.
Joshua Orta. Joseph. I have a picture of it on my phone, but I'll have the physical ID device.
All right. Now, the date today is 3/15/2025. It's approximately 4:47 a.m. And my name's Texas Ranger Patrick O'Connor. All present for the
I am Texas Ranger Stella Martinez.
And I'm the Detective Dominguez, South Padre Island PD.
And what'd you say your name was, sir?
Joshua. Joshua.
Last name?
Orta. Orta.
What's your date of birth?
All right. What's a good address for you, Joshua?
5918 Fir Valley Drive, FIR. Fir Valley, FIR, Valley Drive. It was back in San Antonio.
San Antonio. 5918 Fir Valley Drive.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Joshua, here's we're trying to figure out what happened. Okay, just to get that information on it. You're not going to be placed under arrest tonight, so you're going to be released here as soon as we're done here. We just want to try to find out what happened. So you're not going to be under arrest. We know you were the passenger. Your buddy was driving. Just to let you know on a disc, he has passed away, so he is deceased. That happened not long after the shooting. But we do want to get some information from you, talk to you. Like I said, you're not under arrest. You're not going to be placed under arrest tonight. You're going to be released as soon as we're done. But because you were in custody while we were out there trying to get a handle of the scene and figure out what was going on, we do need to read you something.
You understand English?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You can teach you the initial here once I'm done reading it to you, but again, this is the warnings. You have the right to remain silent and not make any statement at all, and any statement you make may be used against you at your trial. Number 2, any statement you make may be used as evidence against you in court. 3, you have the right to have a lawyer present or advise you prior to and during the questioning. If you aren't able to employ a lawyer, you have the right to have a lawyer appointed to advise you prior to and during questioning. You have the right to terminate the interview at any time. Prior and during and making any statements, you knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily waive your rights set out in this document. So this is asking, we read you your rights, and are you willing to talk to us? We're going to need your initials here. Ma'am, put your initials for. And then put your signature there and sign it. I'll put the date. All right, Joshua, it was like I said, we read Miranda here and like the Ranger here, Patrick. Advice. We're just trying to find out what exactly happened. If anything you're able to remember, just go ahead.
So we just went out. We went to Waterbury, and we're headed back to the condo.
Who were you with?
I was just us two the whole time.
And what's his name?
Ruben Martinez.
Okay. Ruben Martinez. He was the driver.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know his date of birth?
His birthday just passed. I'm not 100% sure, but I know it's March like 10th, 13th. It's one of those.
Okay. He's from San Antonio?
Yes, San Antonio.
Was that his vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, go ahead. Sorry to interrupt you. I just want to make sure we knew what we were talking about.
So we're basically like going through that little route, and we had a few drinks, and he was a little, intoxicated. And we went through that little route, and it was like I guess he didn't know where he was going. He went through the officers, and then I guess he panicked because we ended up like right by an accident. And I kind of like, I looked at the officer, and the officer said, "Stop the vehicle." And like I saw he like, cause I know around cops we get like real, we tend to get jittery. And he just kind of like out of reaction, I guess, kind of pushed the gas. But I know he didn't like floor it. It was barely moving. And I just remember when it moved, he went left with the wheel, and it moved a little bit, and that's when I just heard like the officer. I saw the officer kind of like get on the hood, like he didn't necessarily hit him, but like it kind of like caught his feet. And right after that, I just heard on the right side the officer yelling like stop, and I was like just stop, like don't go. And then I just heard 3 shots, and like I just started hearing ringing, and I didn't even look at his way, and that's when they pulled him out, and they pulled me out, and that's basically it. We just ended up right there, and I know he didn't like mean to hurt no officer, like he wouldn't do nothing like that.
Okay. I know you mentioned that there was someone in front of the car.
Yes, sir.
And then I heard you mention there was someone by the driver's side.
Yes, there was another officer. Yeah,
Okay.
I heard the yelling.
So, do you remember what they were yelling?
Just they were yelling, "Stop the vehicle! Stop the car!"
And then there was someone else
in front.
In front of the car.
Yeah, in front of the car.
Directly in front of the car. You said he got hit, or it was.
He basically kind of like got on the hood a little bit, with the car moving like slowly.
So the car never stopped.
Yeah, the car never really. Well, it did come to a full stop, and then that's when he turned his wheel left when the officer got in front of him, and he was like, I know him, like I know that's like my brother from like day one, and like he's hesitant, like he gets hesitant, and he gets scared, like. But I know he did not mean to like hurt an officer or mean to like hit an officer, and like he would not do that. And that's when the car went and started moving again, slowly, like he didn't floor it or nothing. It was just slowly moving, and they started shooting.
Did you tell anything to your friend there, or do you remember anything else?
When he was fully parked, when he was turning the wheel, I told him just stop, don't go, like just don't go, like I was trying to like kind of get him to calm down, because I know like, you know what I mean, like.
How old is he roughly?
23. He just turned 23. March.
Martinez.
Yes, sir. Martinez.
Do you remember what time you guys finished eating Whataburger? I know you mentioned you stopped eating Whataburger.
Like, we literally left the Whataburger right after that happened, like 1 maybe, 1 o'clock, 1 something. Because after that happened, I had got in cuffs, put in the car like at 2, and so like right into 5.
Around 1. That's when you guys started going southbound on South Padre Boulevard. Were you on the outside lane, inside lane? Do you remember? I know you mentioned cones and you saw a crash.
Yeah, he was like.
Did you see like the barriers?
There was no cone. There was no cones. There was a bunch of officers like on the side of the line, and then leading up like to where we were driving. And I was thinking like, why are you coming this way for? And that's when
you told him that?
Yeah, I was like, why are you coming through this way? And then the one officer said, hey, stop the car. He told him to go through the left street. So basically where he was gonna turn, and he ended up going straight, but basically the street he was gonna turn on is literally like right where the car was turning, and he still went straight, and that's when we ran into the other officer, and that first officer originally that was in front of the car, he said to just turn, and then there was another officer behind him that ran up and said, no, get out the car, like tell him to get out the car, and I was like, fuck, like I was just thinking like, damn, like he's probably gonna get taken in for DWI, you know what I mean? Like, so I was like, fuck, like we're fucked, that's it, it's over. But that's when he, panicked and turned the wheel, and he didn't like floor the gas, but he kind of went a little bit, and I guess they thought he was trying to like run the cop over or something. And yeah, they shot him.
And that officer was in front of him, right, in the vehicle?
The one that shot him, the one that shot him was on the passenger, I believe, because
Driver's side
I didn't see the driver's side. The one that was getting like, on the vehicle, he didn't pull out a gun at all. I heard it from the right over here, and that's when I heard the shots.
Okay.
And then I kind of just like.
Do you remember other people walking by outside, pedestrians, citizens there?
It was just a bunch of cops. It was nothing but cops like around us. I don't really remember no pedestrians like that. Up to where we got to the spot where he got shot, we were just surrounded by cops.
And you do remember there was a crash on the right side?
Yeah, I know there was like we couldn't see clearly, but I know there was something like, the cop, they were dealing with something.
How long have you known Martinez?
Since elementary, like it's kindergarten.
So you guys came to South Padre for?
Literally, we got here like a couple hours ago, just to go chill with some friends.
So you guys just drove down, I guess, yesterday?
No, yeah.
Yesterday.
Literally, and we were going out. He was being consistent on going out, and I was like, just wait for tomorrow. And
when were you guys planning to leave? Go back to San Antonio?
Tomorrow, like afternoonish.
In the afternoon?
Just for the night.
Which would have been today, on the 15th, right?
Yes, sir.
Did Ruben, did he have anything to drink earlier?
Yeah, we had a few drinks earlier that day.
You say a few, about how many? How many would you have? Can you give me a specific number?
Maybe like 3, 4 shots, barely even pre-gaming, and like maybe like one beverage, like a Dos Equis or something like that. It wasn't even a lot.
3 or 4 shots and a beer?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, where was that at?
That was at my friend's condo.
Okay, and what time was that approximately? When did you have the last
Probably
drink?
like when the last drink, we didn't even we were trying to go to like find clubs, we didn't even find no clubs. So we didn't even get a drink until we left the condo. We left the condo like around kind of early, like 10:30, 11. We had took off, and then that was like the last shot we took before we left. And then yeah, we were just cruising around. So like we went to one spot, but it was too. They didn't even have parking. Another spot, no parking. And then another spot, we got off. We were chilling there for a little while, and then we took off to Whataburger.
Okay. And was Ruben intoxicated?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I would say he was probably like a 3 or 4.
Okay.
Honestly.
What about any kind of drugs? Did you or Ruben do any other drugs, marijuana?
Oh, smoke, yeah, like earlier that day, we had smoked a little bit, but
we could smell it in the car, so
yeah, we had smoked, but
is there any drugs in the car now?
Shit, not that I know of.
Okay.
Probably like marijuana, like roaches or
something small, maybe.
Small, yeah, like that's it.
Is there any other drug use? Cocaine?
No coke,
no. Okay.
None of that.
So marijuana earlier,
marijuana
and alcohol.
Alcohol, yes sir, that's it.
What about any weapons in the vehicle?
No sir, no weapon at all.
None. Okay. Is there anything else in there that would hurt us? We're going to search it tomorrow, but
just search it.
Is there any needles or anything like that? Knives?
Not that I know. No, we don't keep nothing like that.
So when y'all were coming up to it, did you clearly recognize them as officers? You called them officers.
Yes, yeah. They had.
Did Ruben recognize them as police officers or law enforcement officers?
I can't speak for him, but I would assume so.
Okay. They were
dressed like
he was
panicking,
Yeah. Why was he panicking? Was it because of the smell of the marijuana or
Yeah,
because of the
well, yeah,
alcohol?
because the first officer that came by, he had a container, like right there by him, and then the officer was like, you can't have that in the car.
Mm.
And that's when, I guess he was gonna just let him go, you know, like he said, well, you go, you just drive over there. And that's when he continued to go straight and then ran into the other officer that saw that, and then that officer told us to stop.
And was that officer standing directly in front of the car?
Yeah, that officer was a bald guy directly in front of the car.
Okay. And why did Ruben not just stop? Did he say?
He didn't say nothing. He didn't
Okay.
say not one word was said. Like,
Could you tell by looking at him why he didn't stop?
he was literally just like this, like panic. You know what I mean? Like that panicky, like I know that. Like it's just like, just he didn't know what to do. Like he definitely didn't want to go to jail. But as far as like running over an officer and endangering, he won't do that.
Okay. Were there a lot of other people walking in the area at this time?
Honestly, so all I saw was officers at that point. That's all I saw was officers surrounding, and those right side, all officers on the right side in front, just all officers.
So there were officers all around?
Yeah, that's all I saw.
Okay. Okay. When the gunfire happened, you said it had ringing in your ear. Was where was that officer standing when he was firing into the vehicle?
Honestly, sir, I was just looking straight ahead. I did not think that, like, I didn't even, like, I was kind of stunned, like, at the shots. Like, I didn't even look. I didn't look that direction at all. As soon as I heard the shots, I just put my hands up and just like I thought I was like, you know, I didn't know what was happening. And it sounded like he was like on the driver's side. It sounded like he was directly like right there by the driver's side. Like he wasn't in front of the car. Only person I saw in front of the car was that bald officer.
And what was that officer saying near the time when he shot?
There was an officer yelling, stop the vehicle, now, stop, and then...
How many times do you think he said it?
It was quick, sir, it was quick, honestly, it was quick, like fast, like within a wingspan of like 3 seconds, he probably said it like 2-3 times.
Okay. Did you have a flashlight out?
Yeah, I think I saw a flashlight.
Okay. Could you see his gun?
No, I didn't see no gun. I couldn't see that. I didn't even look like.
Okay. Was the driver window up or down?
I think it was down. It was
Okay.
down, yeah, because he first rolled it down to talk to the first officer.
What about your
Mine
passenger
was
window?
up.
Okay.
Mine was up and my door was locked.
Now, was there anybody else in the vehicle?
Nobody else,
Just the
just
two?
me and him, and
Did anybody come down with you from San Antonio?
no, just us. So I can't like, and we came to meet friends, you know. So and they kind of like live out here.
Okay. Now there was a cell phone in the back of the trunk of the vehicle. Is that yours or is that Ruben's or somebody
The
else's?
back of it probably is.
Okay.
Because of my phone, the officer has my phone, I believe.
Okay. Yours is still here.
Yeah.
Did you use your phone at all to take any photographs, any pictures, and
Of the scene, like of the,
out there? What about of any drinking or anything out? Was there any pictures you took?
I might have earlier. I took a video of us at the condo on the balcony.
Okay.
But
Is Ruben in that part of that video?
I think it's just me by myself. I took a picture in the mirror, and then at the condo, I took a video of like the view, and then that was it.
What condo is it you're staying in?
It's I forgot, but they give us these wristbands. We can't get in. Look, say it, complex.
Say
Stadia, whatever.
Or say that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you remember what room number you stayed?
No, sir, I don't.
Who rented the room?
It was my friend's girlfriend. She's like basically owns it. Like they're like their parents own it and shit. So they just come over here like whenever the weekend they want to just to have fun.
Has Ruben been arrested before?
probably like in middle school for taking a week to school or something.
Okay. Do you have any contact with Ruben's parents?
I don't, sir. I mean, I know where he lives, but I don't know like their personal number or nothing like that.
Okay. If we get your cell phone right now, would you be able to give us that video?
Yeah, I could see if I could get it.
I'd like to see the video.
Yeah, gotcha, boss.
Let's just see if I can.
What is that other bracelet for?
For that one club that we got in the last one. But when I had got in, they didn't even let him in. I don't know. I was like, I called him. I was like, "Where you at?" Like, I'm in the club early. He's like, "They didn't let me in. Fam, they didn't let me in." I was like, "Go ahead." Like,
He didn't say why?
he didn't tell me why. He was like, "I don't know. They were just being hoes." That's what he said. They were just being hoes. They were being like, the officers were being like assholes or something like that. So I was like, "Damn."
What time was this, más o menos?
This was like around 12, probably. Like, this was the last club we went to, so like right before we went to Waterburger, we went here.
You remember the name of the club?
I think it was Louis Backyard or something.
Louis Backyard?
Louis Backyard, I think that was the one.
So you went in and he didn't go in?
Yeah, I went in.
You got a stamp there?
Yeah, that's the stamp.
So, but you guys got separated or what?
Yeah, we got separated for a second, and that's when he went back to the car, and I kept calling him. I was like, "So you're not gonna try to get back in?" And it's like, "Nah." So I was like, he was like, "Just come to the car." I was like, "All right, fuck it." I just walked back to the car, and we took off to Waterburger after that.
Does he have any brothers or sisters?
Yes.
You have their
younger
numbers?
brother and an older sister.
Do you have their numbers?
I don't really talk to his family like that.
Any friends or anybody that might be able to get us his
I have
parents?
a friend that could definitely like get in contact with the parents. He should be able to. I could probably get in contact with the sister, but how did I not get hit though? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how did I not get hit?
Does he live with both parents, or
Yeah, he lives with his mom.
do you have another friend that's in San Antonio right now that might know his number, or brother or sister's number, or that you can call from here?
I could try. I could try to see if I can find her on Facebook, his sister, because I don't even I don't know. I don't keep in contact with his family at all.
Is there a reason why not? Or?
I mean, it's just he kind of lives like I live on the north side and he lives all the way in the south, so it's like we don't really be at each other's houses like that. Like, but
The owner of the condo was out drinking too, or no?
no, they stayed in. They all stayed in. It was just us though. They were gonna go fishing on the beach, and I wanted to do that. So.
Your phone ran out of battery power, but we just plugged it up and we'll take a look at it here in a minute. why do you think, based off of what you saw with Ruben, why do you think he didn't just stop? I know you said he didn't say anything, but why do you think, based off of your observations of him and what the officers had told him, why didn't he just stop?
Honestly, said it like, I feel like he panicked and he didn't know what to do. Like, that's what I think. Cause he was like real, like, there was like 4 officers yelling at once, and I was like,
Well, stop is a pretty simple command that any driver should know from somebody that's obviously observed as a peace officer or as a law enforcement officer. But I'm curious more of the reason why not. Do you think there's any possibility that he misunderstood stop?
I think maybe he thought like, maybe if we just drive it away a little bit, they'll let you go or something, you know, I don't know, like.
To not get arrested or cited?
Yeah,
for
to not get arrested, it was just to try to dodge it, like.
Would you say try to dodge it?
Like, to try to like not get arrested.
Oh.
Okay. Dodge the charges, you know what I mean?
And he speaks Spanish or English? English.
Can you help us get his address? I know your phone is charging up. Do you happen to know his address off the top of your head?
Mission Run.
Mission
I'm
Run?
not too sure of the numbers, like 927 or something like that. Mission Run.
Mission Run?
Mission Run. It'll be like MISSION.
Is that San Antonio?
San Antonio, yes, sir. I'm not too sure the number, like 927, 297, something like that. But that's it for sure, Mission Run.
Where does he work at?
At Amazon. My brother.
I don't have any more questions. Anything else on for you? Is there anything that we didn't ask you thought was important? Anything you want to tell us about what you saw, heard?
It's like you feel like it was necessary to use lethal force.
Why do you say that?
Like, I'm asking, like, do you think it was? What do you think?
Well, we're still investigating. We got to get all the facts before we do. Let me ask you one more on that. Right after Ruben got shot, what happened immediately after?
Immediately after, I heard him. As soon as that happened, the car stopped, and I heard him like say like, okay, like, all right.
Did he put it in drive? Park?
I think he did. I don't remember honestly. So like,
okay.
I just heard the shots, and the car did stop though, so it must have been the drive. And he just was like, I just heard his words like kind of fade though, like oh, okay, so okay, like, you know what I'm saying, like, but that was after he shot.
He said what? Like, okay.
He was like okay, so like, you know, like just like, he was like okay, sir, okay, like, and after that they pulled him out, and then the officer tried to open my door, but it was locked, so I locked it, and the officer pulled me out, and then that was it. I sat on the floor, and I was just.
And what were they doing with Ruben at that time?
That's why I kept asking him, like what's up with him? Like, is he okay? Did he get shot? Like, what happened? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, bro, like, where's the ambulance at? You know what I mean? Like, and they finally got the ambulance, got there, but they pulled up. They pulled up with a bed, with one of those stretchers or whatever, and then they put it in the ambulance, and they took it back out of the ambulance, and then they put him on there. Like, they took a while, like, to put him on the outside.
Were they giving him first aid?
He was on the other side of the car. I was on
okay.
so I was like sitting down on the floor, so I couldn't see nothing.
Couldn't see.
I couldn't see nothing. I just kept seeing them taking that, and then they put it in the car. They put the fucking ambulance thing in the ambulance truck, and then took it back out. Like, I was like confused, like, what's going on? Like, what the hell? Like, are they gonna put him on the thing or not? Like, is he hurt or not? Like, I didn't even know he was hurt until I saw that they eventually put him on there, and then I saw them pumping him. And then like I just saw his like his toes, like, and I just was thinking like, bro, like.
Okay. Well, I don't have any more questions. Is there anything else you can think of? Anything important? Let me ask another. That what do you know can happen to you if somebody runs over you? If you get hit by a car, what's the possible outcome on that?
Yeah, I've heard this saying, you know, the car's like a weapon, right? You see?
Is what?
Is the car's like a weapon, right?
Yeah. Can a car kill you if it runs over you? Can it cause serious bodily injury? Okay. Did Ruben say anything else during this? Okay. Where were y'all headed back to after this?
Straight to the condo.
Okay.
Where were you going to the condo?
But that condo, is that condo further north?
South.
It's further south, so okay, so y'all were going back. And y'all were coming from Whataburger?
From Whataburger, yes.
Okay.
Have you been that condo before, or this is the first time?
This was our first time.
So he didn't know where it was?
It's our first time down here. Now we have the GPS on.
On what phone?
His phone, I believe, so.
Yeah, that's what I found on it when I picked it up. It had a map on there. Didn't say where it was going, but it had a GPS map on it. Do you know the passcode to his phone?
No idea.
No? Okay. Okay. Yeah. I think that's all of our questions.
I appreciate that.
So like we said, you're not going to be arrested. We're gonna release you. Do you have your cell phone? We're going to charge it up for a little bit, so you'll be able to make some calls and you can head back to the condo or whatever.
This is our first time in Padre.
Yeah, well,
This is our first time in Padre. They've never been here before.
Okay.
It's 519.
Yep, 519 for terminating the interview. Ruben, Josh, we really appreciate you talking to us. It helps us get some information to kind of clear things up and find out what happened, and we appreciate you talking with us. When your phone power's up, if you can send us that video, so I can take a look at that. Okay.
You want to wait for a little bit here, or I can take you to the front and you can wait in the front. There's a restroom there and you can wait for a little bit.
In the front, sir.
That one. Come this way.